Hey, what's up you guys? Blackwing K here, and welcome to another Genshin Impact video. We're continuing exactly where we left off. I realized I was going the wrong way, so we're gonna go back the other way. I totally had my direction mixed up.
Join the Adventurers Guild.
Sure thing,
You'll
Tian.
have a blast.
Or, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. I don't know how to pronounce a lot of names in Leah, but you know. I try my best. So yeah, we're continuing the story exactly where we left off with Hu Tao. Yet the butterfly flutters away. This is the Papilio Charontis chapter, Act 1. So, a potential client for Hu Tao. Big G, was it? Let's go. Let's see who this Big G is. And maybe this Big G will have a big other letter in the alphabet? I don't know. Don't mind me. I always make those kind of remarks here. Little Wu. Little Wu, are you Big G? You definitely big, that's for sure. Probably not even him.
Sorry, who are you?
Yeah, not that. It's not him.
Hello, I'm Hu Tao, director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Okay, so why would someone from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor be looking for me?
Nothing major. How are you feeling these days? Any aches or pains?
Oh my god, this is literally what I was talking about in the last video. It's like, how do you don't advertise a funeral? Like, you don't just call people's homes and like, hey, your mom's sick? You think she's dying soon? How about your dad? Is he in good health? Come on. It's just that the whole concept is so ridiculous.
You shouldn't ignore them, by the way. Very often they're an omen of something terminal.
Look at that. By the way, this is exactly why Hu Tao wasn't even brought up in the... MiHoYo knew what they were doing. Like, they're not gonna advertise Hu Tao, a character that's about, you know, funerals and dark. Sure, her character's dark, my god. All these remarks she makes. But, yeah, it was, the Lantern Rite was a happy moment, you know, the Chinese New Year and whatnot, a celebratory moment, not a... They shouldn't have, you know, they couldn't advertise this character in that time. So, you know, a lot of people were moaning and groaning, where's Hu Tao? Hu Tao? Hu Tao. Yeah, you know.
When we're healthy, it's easy to forget the crushing fragility of life. So, aches and pains, best to keep an eye on them.
What are you getting at? I'm in great health and enjoying life very much, thank you. Go and find some other poor soul. Goodbye.
Don't tell me she came up to this guy because he's big and fat. It's like, hey, fat people gonna die soon.
Why did they get angry? What's wrong with a few earnest health tips?
The way you introduce yourself.
Because they're coming from the director of a funeral parlor.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like, maybe if you were a regular person, you know, you didn't say like, hey, I'm the director of a funeral. Are you feeling sick? Are you gonna die soon? Nah. If it was a regular person, you know, just like, hey, what's up? My name is so-and-so. Who are you? Oh, okay. Are you feeling good? Like, you good, man? So we're going. Oh, another potential client? Wow, we're gonna continue doing this, huh? Oh, there he is. Mumu. Any special nickname for this guy?
And you are? Be quick. I'm busy.
Hello there. Would you be interested in understanding a bit about our services at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor?
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? I'm not in need of your services. So you're out here looking for new customers? Don't you think this might be a bit of a crass way of going about it?
Thank you, Mumu. Thank you. That's exactly what this is.
Hardly. Isn't this the fashion these days? Bring the service to the customer and all that.
Not in this context. Nobody wants to think about the day they're gonna die. Nobody wants to think about the day their family member's gonna die. Not in this context, Hu Tao, please. Please. You're criminally cute for this. You're criminally too cute for this.
I'm not sure it's every service that falls into that.
Yeah.
Anyway, please bother someone else if you don't mind.
Another failure. Still, not the end of the world.
Paimon's curious. Does this approach ever work out for you?
I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Never. It never does. All right, who's the other client? They're down there somewhere? Always got to make a flashy entrance, right? This is, what was her name?
I know your
Kanji.
face. The Wangsheng funeral parlor director, right? I'm sorry, I'm really in no need of it.
Don't apologize. Get to know us. We've got a new sale going on. Ever hear the saying, out with the old, in with the new? Well, going out with a bang is the best way to start off in style on the other side.
Oh my god. Yo.
If you keep talking like this, I'll have to call the Millilith.
Wow. Yo, look at her face too. You can tell she's a little more older. You just look at her eyes. But geez, like, yo, the way you... Let's just continue. I have no more words for this.
Okay, relax. We're leaving.
I feel like I've already said enough on this subject.
But Wangsheng Funeral Parlor awaits your distinguished patronage.
You really don't give up, do you?
There's no persuading them.
Are you trying to make me feel better? Well, thank you. Seems you understand me far better than most people.
All right, you know, I'm really dead curious now. I hope we get to learn more about her. We already see how she's acting and what she's trying to do, but is there a chance we're gonna get like a little bit of a backstory maybe as to why you're like this? Like, I'm pretty sure the previous director did not teach you this, so this has to stem from somewhere, right?
Not really. This is just getting really uncomfortable.
Enough business development. Please help me find someone.
Business development? Is that what you see this as?
I mean, isn't that what this is? I literally said that before. It's like, you're kind of cunning for a businesswoman, right?
Surely you don't think all that was business development?
Why else would you advertise anything if it wasn't for business? You sound just like a businesswoman.
And what was it exactly? Traumatization for its own sake?
No. The business development ended after the discussion with the Adventurers Guild. I was helping to find somebody for Meng. You remember Big G?
Yeah, the guy we just spoke to?
As it turns out, the Big G that Meng is looking for is a ghost adrift in the mortal realm.
Oh, huh?
The three we saw just now were all people I suspected of being followed by Big G. But having seen them, I didn't sense the presence of anything otherworldly.
Wait a minute, so it was just a facade then? You're just going up to these people and being your normal self, trying to like sell them something when you're not really after that? What you were really after was to see if they had been in connection to any apparition, any ghosts, something spiritual maybe?
So we just had a quick chat, and I left it at that.
Interesting. Wait a minute. You're not gonna tell me that Hu Tao is some kind of ghost detective or something like that? Is that how this is gonna end up being? Well, let's see if we can find out. If that was stopping for a quick chat, I wonder what business development looks like.
Why didn't you say so? Paimon thought you had some kind of sixth sense for, people in declining health.
Yeah, that would be a pretty depressing ability.
Huh? What would I need that kind of ability for? I'm no doctor. Were you seriously hoping that the director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was going to start healing people, or...?
Paimon was trying to subtly imply that... never mind. Paimon wouldn't know how to explain subtlety in a way you'd understand.
Well, let's leave that for now and head back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. This Big G matter is very closely linked to Meng.
I'm curious to see where this is all gonna go. Alright, so we were done with that. The next one, in pursuit of a phantom. Talk to Meng at the Wangshen Funeral Parlor. Find out what happened. Interesting. You know, and after I went on that whole tirade about, you know, how the funeral doesn't advertise their business, I really got caught up in the moment. I literally thought that's what she was doing. Like, she said that ended with the Adventurers Guild, so that part of it, a part of her did come out right there during the Adventurers Guild when we were talking to them about, you know, advertising her services. But then I thought she kept doing this with other people. I mean, she was talking about it before this. I'm not gonna let her weasel her way out of this. She literally said that right before, you know, she wanted to help more people, like, you know, I want to advertise better and whatnot. I'm not gonna believe that was a whole facade. Let's see where this whole story is going. It'd be pretty cool if she ends up being like some kind of ghost detective as well. You know, that'd be pretty cool, right? Some Yu Yu Hakusho spirit detective type thing. All right, Mung, what's up?
Mung, I'm back. I'm afraid we're still no closer to finding Big G.
I see. Well, I'm just sorry for the trouble. We've already searched in all the likely places.
Who is this Big G anyway?
I guess I should start at the beginning. My home was in the vicinity of Wuwang Hill. In my youth, I had a good many friends there. Big G was one of them. We were the best of friends. Inseparable, really. But one day, there was an accident. And that was the end of him. I've never forgotten. Too many memories, I suppose. I often return to Wuwang Hill. But recently, after one such visit, I started to feel strange. Now, every night, Big G appears in my dreams. I can't help but wonder, did I disturb him somehow?
Wait a minute. Oh my god, I'm dumb. I'm really dumb. I totally forgot. He just brought up the whole thing about Wuwang Hill. We've actually had our run-in with ghosts on more than one occasion while traveling throughout the world. It's just, this happened so long ago, I kind of did forget about it. I'm sorry about that. This was back when I started playing, like late October to November. So one of them was close to the mine. This place is very, very close. I forget the name of it, but it's very close to Dragonspine. It's like on the southwest part of Dragonspine. There's a statue of the Seven nearby. There's a mine in that area. So there was this little world quest where you had to find a treasure under the big tree and whatnot. So there's that. And then we did meet like a ghost girl, I believe, in the Wuwang Hill as well before. That was another world quest. Yo, I forget. So did you disturb him? I don't think that kind of thing happened.
Perhaps. I don't have proof, but I can't stop worrying. I get more anxious every day. How would I ever come to terms with my childhood friend becoming an evil spirit?
That's why he joined Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. In place of a salary, I'm helping him deal with this matter. And in fact, what Mung has said is entirely plausible. Spirits on occasion do find a way into our world. But as for evil spirits, I think you're scaring yourself. Even I have only encountered malevolent forces a handful of times.
But are you sure there's no danger? I couldn't bear for him to go around harming people.
Ah, so that's what's beating him up. And for what Hu Tao just said, so it seems that it's not very common for evil spirits to just enter the mortal realm and start harming people. Gotcha. Gotcha.
You see what I mean? Look at the state of him. If we can't find Big G, it'll eat away at Monk forever. Those people we found today were also Monk's childhood friends. I thought there was a good chance Big G might have hidden among them. But here we are, empty-handed.
Wuwang Hill, childhood friends? Seems like we're out of leads.
Sorry, excuse me. Is this Wangsheng Funeral Parlor?
Hey, a client.
My name's Luo Chung. I've had this awful feeling recently, like something's staring at me. Some of my friends and I went to Wuwang Hill the other day on a dare. After I returned home, I fell ill. I've been having recurring nightmares, but the doctors can't find anything wrong with me. I think that it's a curse, right? I've been cursed by a demon.
Say no more. There's no doubt it's a demonic curse, all right, and a serious one at that.
You're being serious right now?
You believe so too? That it's just like they say in the tales of old. The vengeful spirits of the gods who fell in the Archon War return to cast their evil curses upon mortals.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
And if the curse isn't lifted, it will burn through the body, laying waste to flesh and bone. Oh, what a wretched end! The symptoms I'm having are just like those described in the tales.
Wulong Hill? No, I don't think it was a curse. It was probably just Big G.
Hold your horses, both of you. There's no need to creep each other out.
Isn't that exactly what you like to do, though?
I know, right?
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor specializes in demonic stuff like this, right? Help me! I beg you! I'm too young to die!
All right, don't panic. Leave it to me. You've come to the right person. However, in order to lift the curse, we need a suitable location, and we need to make some preparations. Come with me, my trusty assistants. I'm going to need your help.
I guess I'll come too.
Help him make the preparations first. The incense exorcism, the one I taught you. When you're ready, come and find me. Once we've finished with this, we'll get back to the Big G matter.
Exorcism. You know who you just thought about? Chanyang. Chanyang is an exorcist. Is he gonna come into the story somehow? I mean, you know, before, it's not uncommon that we have stories that introduce other characters as well, right? Because well, it was an event actually with Fischl and Mona. Yeah, I was thinking in the terms of that. Anyway, let's continue.
Okay, I guess.
That'd be pretty cool to
Right.
see Chongyun come in here.
Let's go.
He's like the only exorcist we know. The exorcism site, where is it at? Where is it at? It is... Okay, so where do I gotta go? Gonna go up here then. Alright, let's go over there. We aren't that far. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I missed Liyue Harbor during the Lantern Rite Festival. It was so beautiful. I'm gonna miss it. I hope they do it again next year. You know? Another, whatchamacallit? Another Lantern Rite next year. Gonna be fun. We'll probably get to see something different, you know? That's exciting. Something that happens only once a year. Bound to be exciting. Where are we going? I've never seen this device
With
here
the
before.
wind.
Interesting.
So, what mysterious rituals are you gonna perform here?
No ritual at all. We just need to kill some time.
That's it?
Wait, you didn't take all that vengeful god's curse stuff seriously, did you? They were eradicated ages ago.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. I did hear, I was aware of the tales, but, you know, I wasn't aware if it was still happening now.
You saw those two. One thinks he's been cursed, and the other one believes his friends turned into an evil spirit. It's hard to reason with them.
I see.
Now you see why I believe that ordinary folks should be kept in the dark.
It makes sense, yeah.
I've seen too many people lose their senses on account of things like this. If you want to calm them down, you need to convince them with something tangible. And the best way to do that is to make a great show of destroying the boogeyman they believe in before their very eyes.
Ah, okay.
Sounds like that might work. If you were trying to cheer up a 3-year-old.
A 3-year-old? Oh my god. How old are you,
Why would
Paimon?
you ask that? Paimon just wants to know why we can't tell everyone the truth.
No, but for real though, how old are you, Paimon?
Because you can't guarantee that telling an ignorant person the truth will improve the situation instead of exacerbating it.
That actually does... The second you said that, I knew where that was going. And that actually does make sense, in a way.
What I can do is pretend to pull back anyone who believes their time is nigh. But since the curse is imaginary, our fix will also be make-believe.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. But why would anyone believe that it's a curse?
Do you know the history of the Yaksha?
We kind of... What? Don't lie. Haven't heard about it. I just know some bits and pieces. This is more accurate. Yeah. Shame on you. For anyone that chooses this option, shame on you. I'll be looking through the YouTube videos. And I'm gonna find them and I'm gonna catch them. I'm like, what? Haven't heard about it. Where have you been? Well, I mean, unless you started playing the game today, then, you know, I'm not gonna fault you.
They once fought against the ancient gods. They fought brilliantly in a battle that engulfed the whole world in darkness. Although the gods were defeated in the end, their resentment persevered.
Right, we know this part. And, you know, honestly, anyone who's invested in the lore of Genshin Impact at this point would know about this too. So, again, shame on you if you choose that first option.
That resentment turned into a pestilence spreading amongst the ordinary folk. Hysteric people mistook it for the curse of the gods. The plague took the lives of many, which only furthered its spread, as the dead were a breeding ground for the disease. Then someone discovered how to prevent it from spreading, purify the air, and burn the bodies of the deceased. The pioneers of these practices were, you guessed it, the founders of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Oh, so they had to do this method. I got it. Understandable. I got it.
Paimon didn't see that coming. Really?
Wow. That's
Yes.
pretty... This runs deep.
Anyway, it took many years, but eventually the plague was completely eradicated. We've dealt with similar phenomena multiple times throughout the ages. Each time we successfully restored the balance between life and death. To sum it up, we are gatekeepers, guarding the border for the sake of both the living and the dead.
Yeah.
So when I say this
Zhongli never
curse
mentioned
is
it.
just a figment of the imagination, I say it with more certainty than most. But I also can't really go telling people that the ancient plagues were real, or it would incite panic.
You know, one, just to go on a little sidetrack here, something I want to add. You know, we've met Zhongli, we know his character, we know he has a long history, you know, of course being the Archon, the Geo Archon, and the one that made the contracts for Liyue and whatnot. The Archon of Liyue used to be, you know, long story short, but we know that Zhongli is not the type of person that would support someone who would be a detrimental cause to the people of Liyue. So knowing that bit of, it's understandable that, you know, there's more to Hu Tao than meets the eye at that point, because, like, you would think about it. You meet Hu Tao, like, from, like, 30 minutes ago, and, like, my God, she's crazy. Why is she advertising a funeral to these people? Nobody wants to think about death. You don't advertise a funeral parlor, whatever. So you would think, like, why would Zhongli support this? Like, you know, he supports them. I guess because they have a long history, too, but we never heard anything from Zhongli. He never mentioned it. We just know that he works there. That's it.
Anyway, let's
Just
wait a
something,
bit more and
you
get
know,
ready
to think
for the
about.
show. This leyline monolith will make for a really great prop.
Oh, so that's what that's for. A prop. A while later.
You're finally here. We just finished our preparations. Now, look here. This device is used to drive away evil spirits. It'll absorb the curse inside you and cause it to take a physical form.
Oh?
But don't worry. The traveler here is a seasoned warrior and will assure our safety.
Alright, so it's gonna be our time to fight. I wonder what's gonna come out. You failed to mention we need to fight.
Right. I forgot to tell you. It'll be fine.
Will that really solve my problem?
I know, it sounds too
Trust
easy,
the
right?
director. She might look like a weirdo, but she's serious about everything she does.
How can you call me a weirdo? I mean, wouldn't you say it's more charmingly naive or disarmingly different?
Yeah, charmingly disarming? I
All right,
guess.
Let's get down to business. My glamorous assistant, please activate the device.
Alright, let's get ready for this. I'm ready. My body is definitely ready. Let's do it.
Is it really possible to materialize the
What?
curse?
Alright, first up, this guy.
Solidify.
We need to get rid of you first. Yeah, notice how much HP the elemental skill took away already, right off the bat. Where's the other one at? Oh, there's more. Oh, I didn't realize I had to defend the thing. I'm over here fighting this guy at a great distance, and I have to defend this? You guys suck. Come on.
Fire, fire, hands on fire!
I'm counting on you!
Oh, that took care of them? Okay.
I will have order.
Ooh. I will have order. I haven't heard him say that in a while. You know I don't use Jean-Li that much.
Go!
Come on, come on. You know, I could quickly get rid of them with this guy. So I should do that. Man, I can't believe I had to defend the... Every time I see that, I gotta think about it. It's tower defense. I have to defend that little tower. Can't believe I forgot that. No?
Fire, fire, hands on fire!
Pyre, pyre, pants on fire! There we go.
How are you feeling? Did the curse leave your body?
Okay, so here's a different scenario. What if he didn't buy it and he still feels the same? Like, I don't know, man. I'm not feeling any different.
Yes, I feel more invigorated than ever before. I'm cured.
Huh. Well, would you look at that?
I can't express how grateful I am for your and the Traveler's help. If it hadn't been for you, the curse would have taken my life.
Yeah, you're right. I guess.
Great.
Glad we were
In
here.
which case, I guess now I can tell you.
Oh, you're gonna... Wait. Are you gonna confess? Or are you gonna tell them you never had a curse to begin with?
You've been pranked.
What, isn't it too soon to tell them that?
What?
This exorcism device, people like you wouldn't recognize it, but it's just an old ley line monolith, deceptively effective at attracting monsters.
Oh, so that's why they always attack it? What's the use of that? I mean, I guess that's something, you know, but it sucks though. Especially in the Abyss, how you have them from far away attacking it and whatnot. Anyway, that's interesting to know.
And those were real monsters, not a manifestation of your curse. So riddle me this. If I didn't do anything to lift the curse, then what's the cause of your sudden recovery?
It's like the placebo effect.
The curse wasn't real?
Yes, it was all in your head.
Then why was I sick?
This also has a name. So there was the placebo effect where, you know, you take like the fake medicine and you kind of like feel like you've been cured. I think in that context is a little different because when they do that, I think the patients are actually sick, but they give the real medicine to like one part and then the fake medicine to another part and they see the results and whatnot. So I think in that little context is a bit different, but it's kind of the same thing. We kind of just placeboed this guy. He was never sick to begin with. We didn't believe that he's been cured. But what is the name for this one? Oh my god. There was a name for this.
Well, you caught a cold, ate something bad, or just scared yourself sick. It's anyone's guess. But I'm leaning towards the last option. Wouldn't be the first time in my career.
Okay, so maybe you guys can remember this if I bring it up. So there was an episode of House MD. Remember the doctor? You know, it was a good show back in the day. Had a good running as well. There was an episode where he was on the plane, I think. I think it was him on the plane. Or he probably wasn't on the plane. Another doctor was on the plane. And everybody started getting sick all of a sudden. And they explained it that it wasn't that... It's like it was all like a delusion or something. They had a name. It had a name. I think the name of the episode had that name with it, but I forgot what it was. So it's like everybody believed that they had the virus in them, that this virus that spread quickly on the plane, and everybody was just falling sick. They were visibly sick, coughing and vomiting and whatnot. I'm like, yo, what's going on? But then at the end of it, they explained like, no, you guys were never really sick. It's just the perception that because you thought the virus was there, and it just made you sick. In this case, you know, this guy probably scared himself sick.
How unexpected.
I also didn't expect that, but
Yeah, sorry for going
still,
on
I'd
that
like to
long
thank
tirade.
Don't mention it. I found a way to deal with your fears this time, but I can't do it over and over again. So I'd appreciate it if you try not to give in to superstitions in the future.
Ah, so it won't be effective the second time. That makes sense.
Human life is short. Enjoy it while it lasts.
You're saying that as if you're not human, or you're just casually saying it.
wow. What a weird thing to say. I shall head back. I'm sorry for troubling you.
I feel relieved to see that it wasn't Big G's doing. However, unless he crosses the border, there will be no end to his antics. Since we are done with the matter at hand, can we resume our search for Big G?
I believe that won't be needed. He found us first.
Huh?
Big G?
I didn't mean to bother you. Any of you.
Ah, of course, so... Wow, what a nickname for a kid, huh? So of course he would be in the appearance of a kid from when he died, because he died a long time ago.
This is Big G? He's just a child?
Yeah, it's surprising. I mean, you know, we should have seen it coming, though, the way he said it. It happened to a long time ago, his childhood, an accident happened, he died, so... Usually in these cases, they don't show up in their grown form. Like, how would you know how you grown up? You're dead. You know, not to sound rude in that way, but, you know, how would you know how you would look in the future if you didn't get to go to that future?
Well, he is a spirit. It's quite normal that he looks just like he did when he left this world.
Mm-hmm. Just as I was saying.
That's not what Paimon imagined when Paimon first heard the name Big G.
Exactly. That name threw us off. And, I mean, what? Why does he have that nickname?
Let's bring him back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. We have much to do.
What are we gonna do with the spirit child? Alright, let's head back to Liyue Harbor. Friendships, wishes, and regrets. Oh boy, where is this gonna go?
When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. But when the moon's out, bathe in moonlight.
Bathe in moonlight. I like the way she puts that. I like this dash animation as well. You know, I didn't really look too much in depth with like the character details and whatnot. Like, right before its release, Genshin, you know, MiHoYo put it on their website and whatnot, but I don't really look at that. Like, I'm not the guy to come to if you want character analysis on characters that are going to come out 4 years from now, okay? I know that's an extreme way to put it, but I don't appreciate when people just keep putting leaks out there. Like, because, you know, what it does is in Biscuit, I was chatting with him, and he brought it up. Like, you know, it creates this false hype. We're going to get overhyped, and then we're going to get disappointed when it doesn't happen or they do some changes, because it's never guaranteed. These leaks are never really guaranteed, but, you know, I'm just saying that. I knew MiHoYo put it on their website when Hu Tao was coming out, but I didn't really pay too much mind to it. Like, I saw her design, good enough for me. I saw the trailer, good enough for me. I'll learn her character while playing.
Paimon's not even sure what's going on anymore.
I will say this, though. The only thing I'm grateful for of finding out about her character coming out soon was that I was able to prepare for her in the end. That's all I looked for. I only searched for her ascending materials. You know, I don't want to get caught off guard and whatnot and not have enough time to prepare. That is the only thing I'll look up for a character who is presumably coming out soon. What are their essential materials going to be? I want to prepare, you know, have enough money and materials and whatnot. Yeah, that's the only thing. No lore, please. Like, you know, the design, maybe it won't be too much of a big deal. Anyway, let's continue this. So after all that's happened, Paimon's not even sure what's going on anymore. I didn't expect to stumble upon Big G just like that either. Ah, so Big G's not an evil spirit.
I'm not surprised in the slightest. Remember what I said? There's only so many evil spirits in this world.
Yes, you did say that you could... There's barely just a handful of them.
It was a twist of fate that made him leave Wuwang Hill in the first place. Now, for some reason, he can't go back.
Wait a second. Are you saying Wuwang Hill... You're right. We do see those little blue fire things. They could be like spirits. So is Wuwang Hill like the gate to the other side?
This explanation sounds a bit far-fetched. much to Paimon.
Let's keep listening, Paimon.
Actually, she pretty much summed it up.
Huh?
Don't ever question my professional instincts.
I just wanted to check up on my friends. That's why I came to Liyue Harbor.
This kid sounds familiar for some
I
reason.
promise I wasn't up to any mischief. I never wanted to scare anyone.
Like, you could definitely hear the kid voice, but I think with like the little alteration to his voice, this was making him sound a little different.
A few days ago, some people came to Wuwang Hill on a dare. I heard them saying they'd come from Liyue Harbor, so I followed one of them back and ended up here.
Ah, it was that guy.
It must have been poor Luocheng that he followed. Maybe he didn't notice you, but he could still feel your presence. Now we know what caused his nightmares.
I was discovered?
Kinda, sorta, yeah. Huh, that makes sense. So he could still feel his presence, but he was never... But in the end, he's not an evil spirit, so there was no need to really scare somebody like
I
that.
assume so, otherwise he wouldn't have been scared half to death.
Yeah, Hu Tao and Meng were searching for you all over the place.
Oh, that's because I couldn't find them. It's my first time in Liyue Harbor, and I got lost in the city.
Now that you mention it, Big G always had a poor sense of direction.
Oh my god.
When we were kids, he'd never go down the hill by himself. We always had to lead him.
What is this? Zoro's long-lost cousin or something? No sense of direction?
So
Please don't tell me that's what
all
led to the
this
accident.
Was just because you got lost? Why didn't you just fly? Like any other ghost or spirit? Don't you think it's much easier to find your way from up above?
I can't. It's too high for me. I'd get scared.
Well, I guess some things never change. Whether you're living or a spirit, it can't change who you truly are.
That's right, yes! He used to be so afraid of heights that he wouldn't even so much as look down the hill. You haven't changed a bit.
Good thing they didn't call you tall, G.
I wasn't supposed to show myself to the
Okay.
living. And with so many people walking around Liyue Harbor, my only choice was to hide.
I'm so sorry. That was a weird laughter. I actually laughed. Oh my god. Oh god. I actually teared up a bit with that laugh. I don't know what came over me. Yo, I kid you. That's I swear you guys never heard me laugh like that. I never heard myself laugh like that. Oh my god. Wow. Okay.
I wouldn't have found you if it weren't for the Leyline Monolith's call.
Wait, what? It attracted you too?
I'm so relieved that you haven't become an evil spirit.
Like I said, don't ever doubt my professional instincts. Now, all we have to do is escort this lost child back to Wuang Hill, and we should be done and dust to dusted.
But he just said he wanted to visit his friends. Apart from me, there's also Little Wu, Mumu, and Songza.
Oh, you pronounce it Sunza. Wow. I what did I call her? Kanji? Little Wu, Mumu, and Chunzo?
Well, if that's the case, we can't let him down. We'll ask them all to help us prepare a farewell ceremony for Big G. Meng and I will escort Big G back to Wuang Hill. You meet with those three and ask them for keepsakes to symbolize each one of them during the ritual, then come and find us.
Interesting.
They're all friends. Can't we just go there all together? Or maybe we can take Big G to them.
That's not a good idea. I don't want to scare them.
I wouldn't want ordinary folks to become superstitious. The less they know, the better.
Wait a second, so... I'm not understanding how this all works. So, right now in this form that Big G took, it's possible for anyone to see him? I'm guessing that because I'm like, wait a second. The Traveler, it's not of this world. Hu Tao seems to, know a lot about the superstitions. And Meng here, the Undertaker, he's just a normal person. So, okay. So, yeah, I guess the spirits, they have the ability to let themselves be seen, and then they can just hide. So he could literally, Big G could just walk in the streets, nobody will see him, but if he decides he wants to be seen, I guess he can, like, make his presence known. Like, they'll see him, like, oh my god, look at this, is that a ghost? Okay, I think I understand how that works now. Alright.
So be careful what you say when you collect the keepsakes.
So how are we gonna approach this?
Are we really going with the Hu Tao key? We won't be giving anyone nightmares.
That is the plan. Which is why I'm curious to see how we're gonna approach this. Are they gonna leave the dialogue up to us, or are we just gonna... let's see. This was... I thought this was Big G. It's actually Little Wu.
Hi! Do you remember us?
Oh, you. Sorry, I won't be needing the funeral parlor's services anytime soon.
This guy has a lot of patience. Cause like the fact that you can we saw you not too long ago, and you're like still like come on guys, I don't need your services. I'm pretty sure a lot of people. I'm pretty sure Changzhe, I don't know how to pronounce her name. I'm pretty sure she's gonna be pissed off when she sees us. Meng said. Meng told us his story. Meng says that he's an old friend of yours.
Yes, we grew up together. We still keep in touch even now. I don't know why he started working for Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. To be honest, I find their director to be quite peculiar. But he must have had his reasons. He's on his own now, after all. And he still can't get over what happened to Big G. Did he tell you about it?
Yep.
Yeah, he did. If you could pick one thing to give to Big G as a keepsake, what would you choose? Just, theoretically speaking. We're just being hypothetical here. Definitely not gonna actually go commemorate him or anything.
Typical Paimon.
I'd cook something for him. Oh, he could eat spicy food like no other. His favorite meal was extra spicy Jueyun chili chicken.
Wow.
I can make it for you if you bring me some Jueyun chilies.
Oh, I should have plenty of those.
I'm sure he'd appreciate the flavor of his childhood years. I still use that old recipe.
Wow.
Deal! Just give us a minute.
Thank goodness that I always go collect everything.
Jueyun chilies are a common sight in Liyue. I can rustle that dish up in no time if you help me find some.
I got it right here, man. I got 70. Yeah, I used to have like over 100 of this, but Xiangling needs this for Ascend, right?
Great, this should be enough. I'll get started on the Jueyun chili chicken. I guess you've got other folks to track down?
How do you know that?
When everyone's ready, I'll get the dish over to you.
Great! See you later! How did he know about the others?
Exactly. That is exactly what I just said. Like, wait, how did he know about what? What's going on here? I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not sure how much is left for this. I feel like we're reaching the end of this Hu Tao story quest. But I want to be on the safe side again because remember, PlayStation 4 can only allow you to record for about 60 minutes, and I can't edit over 60 minutes on the editing feature that the PlayStation 4 has. So we're gonna end it off here again, So remember, guys, take this time to like the video. Don't forget to like the video.
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl.
Ooh. Yes, as she said. And also, subscribe. I know you guys probably think that you are subscribed to my channel. I mean, I'm appearing on your news feed, right? Your notifications feed. But I'm probably not. Or rather, you're not subscribed to me. Check again. Subscribe, like, or dislike.
Toodaloo.
And I'll catch you in the next video. It's coming up right soon. Don't worry. I'm not going to do again. Like, I'm not going to make you wait a week for an up. It's happening right now. It's happening right now. So stay tuned for the next video. All right, it's Blackwing K, and I'm signing out.